By all accounts, there was not a single arrest or incidents of violence, and the mall was left cleaner than it was found. In addition to those in Washington, D.C., 200,000 people watched on Facebook, and thousands of others tuned into C-SPAN's live coverage, and still more listened on the radio. To date, nearly $6 million has been raised for the event co-sponsor, the Special Operations Warrior Foundation, and donations continue to pour in.
How you feel, Glenn? I don't know yet. Is it all right?
I had a nightmare on the Sunday, going into Monday. I don't think I moved on the Saturday night. I just went to sleep. But on Sunday, I had nightmares all night. I got very little sleep because I wondered if I had done my job. I wondered if I had said enough, if I had chosen the right words. I had surely said far too many words. Lincoln knew economy of words. Did I say the right ones? Did I warn the people enough? Did I make it clear on, did I do my job? And I woke up in the morning and my wife came into the bathroom and I was standing over the sink and I was, not a surprise for me, but I was crying, and she said, what is wrong? And I said, I just don't know if I was clear enough, because I know I'll never get the opportunity back. There was one thing that I regret not saying, because it would have been the memorable line in it. It would be a very famous line. And it would have forced the press to publish something that would have made people ask questions and say, well, what does he mean by that? But they would have made it into politics. And I had it, and it was the last line. And I chose not to say it because I didn't want any politics in it, even though I knew it was the I have a dream line. And it was, we are 40 days and 40 nights away from fundamentally transforming the United States of America. And I've wrestled with that because I know it would have been a great line. I know it would have been, everybody would have remembered it. And it would have forced the media to write it, but I think it would have diminished it. Out of all the things that I saw and all the things that I did and all of the thousands of photos that we have gone through, for me, the lasting, the iconic image of 828 is this picture of Addison. And I know George talked a little bit about it, but what George doesn't know is the whole story behind it. He knows he saw them and said, Glenn, you've got to give a couple of tickets to this father and son, which I did. But he doesn't remember that Addison and his dad were at a impromptu prayer session in the morning. He took another photo, and you can't see Addison and his dad in this photo, but I remembered seeing them in the morning. And so when I gave him the tickets, there was a special connection. And maybe it's because I remember feeling like Addison when he was about his age, just excited to be there. And now I kind of feel like Addison's dad, where I know what's happening, and I know what this means, and I know that Addison's dad brought his son there because I had asked him. And I had said, somewhere in the crowd, there's going to be an 8-year-old boy. Addison happens to be 9. And this will be a turning point in his life. And years down the road, maybe he will be the guy that we build the next great monument to. And I can see that in his eyes. He knows what this moment could mean. Afterwards, a couple of weeks after the event, I wrote to Addison and I told him the responsibility that's on his shoulders. And I told him that I'm going to be contacting him in about 15 years and find out what he did with this possible pivot point. What did he do with this opportunity? Hopefully, something big.
Yeah, it exceeded every expectation in my mind.
I had no idea going into this. You know, Glenn kept saying, oh, it'll be a history-making event. All right, sure. But then to stand on that stage and see that day and everything he had said leading up to that moment actually resonating, like, no, we could change this. We could have an impact. It's pretty powerful.
How hungry the American people are. You have an event that draws 500,000 people, and Glenn never explains really what's going to happen other than we are going to restore honor.
240 years ago, there was what was called the Black Robe Regiment. England hated the preachers. In fact, if you were a preacher, you were most likely to be killed during the American Revolution. Why? Because it was first the preacher that said all men are created equal, that rights come from God, no government, no king.
And when he talked about bringing that group of 240 or 250 religious leaders out on stage,
the Black Robe Regiment is back again today. These 240 men and women of all faiths are standing here today. America, it is time to start the heart of this nation again and put it where it belongs, our heart with God. These 240 men and women from all faith represent thousands of clergy that we couldn't fit into this area that are amongst you now. Thousands that have come here to the mall to stand with America and God. And those thousands that are here represent 180 million people.
what a powerful moment that was. What a powerful moment.
These people understand America. They love it. They love it. They want to live where we live in harmony and peace and we like each other and we have a good time and we take care of each other. They want to. They truly were the people that George Washington would have given a badge of merit to.
Took a couple calls the day after the event. One woman who said she lost her wallet and panicked, of course. You're sitting out in the mall, you're in an unfamiliar city, you lose your wallet. and she has someone just step up and say, here, take this, you need it more than I do, she figures it's going to be $20 or $40. And of course, she tries to turn it down at first, but then, you know, she's like, thank you so much, you know, I'll get it back to you any way I can. She looks down, it's $400, you know, and I mean, that's incredible. And she goes home, the first thing that she does when she gets home is gets the guy's address and sends him back the $400 immediately. There's two people acting completely selflessly. And then she gets a call from someone else at the rally who found the wallet, returned it to police, and didn't take a dime out of it. Now, where do you find a group of people like that?
That's such a tremendous story, because police didn't even have, she had a hard time getting the wallet back because police don't even have a method to return cash to people because it's never there when they recover the wallet.
The real star, the real story, were the people that were gathered at the mall. And that's the real story of 828 that nobody tells.
It was an absolutely, completely amazing event that, I mean, I cried through half of it because it touched me so. It was just absolutely incredible. I would not have missed it for the world. And it has changed my life.
It was everything we expected it to be and more. It wasn't a political rally.
I had a great day. I had a wonderful time. I hope, if nothing else, that this event gave you the opportunity, as it did me, to think strongly about my faith and to reconnect with what made me. It was a great time.
I think this is a big reminder, you know, that we're all one big family.
You know, the word's going to come out of my mouth, awesome. I mean, it was just absolutely awesome.
But it was footsteps that you could hear, footsteps towards the next direction that we're taking in America, footsteps back to our founding principles, back to our values, and that's where we're going, and that's what you can hear today. Thank you. It was a great weekend.